A little bit about who I am. I am Tracie Keesee. I am one of the co-founders of the Center for Policing Equity, but I'm also one of the co-founders of the National Strategy for Blacks in Police. So when we talk about how and why we need to have a conversation about who do we support for the presidency, the next presidency, I think it's really incumbent upon all of us to talk about our roles in policing. Whether you are an ally, whether you are wearing the uniform, retired, or a first responder, it is going to be critical that we talk about what does the leadership look like and what does the role of new leaders in policing look like. We've heard the rhetoric around what is a black job and what it is not. But I'm going to tell you, one of the things that we have known, and we've known this for decades, is blacks in leadership, period, but specifically in policing, looks different. It looks different, it operates differently, it centers its community, it is innovative, and it is evidence-based. And for us to do anything any different means that we are not doing what we took an oath to do. It is equally as important for the next president to understand that we will not stand for our communities to be unfunded, underfunded, and not invested in. And for us to do the work and to do the jobs in keeping our communities safe. And when I mean safe, I mean in the ways in which they define safety. It is going to require an investment in ways that often are non-traditional. And those non-traditional main ways means that we do that with our communities as partners. And when we say partners, we often means there are folks on the ground that have been doing this work even prior to us being there that will need to be funded. And that means that we will stand by their side and we will help them get the funding that they need to help us help keep them safe. That leadership also means that it requires us to do things that are often detrimental to our health and safety inside that organization itself. We need to recognize that. We need to recognize that people have sacrificed not only their well-being, but their own safety to make changes from within that organization. We need to make sure that we have safe spaces, safety, and means of support for those who are willing to take on organizations that we know are not healthy and strong and support the work of officers, specifically Black officers, who are standing strong to do what's right, not only by those officers themselves and even those who don't look like them, but by their communities. And when you have organizations who will not do right by those officers, that is an organization that is not healthy. That is the organization that should be under DOJ control. And we need to make sure that we are clear that with our president and those who we support, they understand what that means. This is not just about a culture change for the sake of a culture change. This is a change of an organization that must be healthy. If you want to recruit those that represent an organization, you must be able to keep those that represent the community that it serves. Right now, we're not there. Have we made changes? We've made some changes. Have we sustained those changes? Not in the way in which it keeps us healthy and strong. We should not be 30 years out from where those of us who have served still be hearing the same stories, the same stigma that is happening with those who are still wearing the uniform and are new. We're there and we're done with that. So when we talk about leadership and we talk about what that should look like, we should be able to sit down with the candidate and have a very clear understanding about what safety means for our community, centering our community, investing in our community, and what it means for Black officers inside that organization. Investing in those officers, protecting those officers, and making sure they have the same opportunities for growth and for success inside the organization. We need to make sure that the next president understands that. If you want the community to be safe, and now I'm speaking about the entire community, our safety, our liberation is tied to everyone else's.